So let's see what is the question. The question is, enzymes are biological catalysts. The diagram below shows how the enzyme sucrase breaks down a molecule of sucrose. So here a diagram is given, you can see. So here you can, what you can see, this is the enzyme sucrase. Okay. Now tell me, what is this site called? This is the
Active site.
Enzyme.
what is this?
Enzyme.
So this site is called the, no, this is the enzyme sucrase. Okay. Now this is the site of enzyme that will bind with sucrose.
Yes.
You can see
Yes.
here.
Yes,
So what is the name of this site?
Active site.
Site. Very good.
active
So,
site. Active.
this is the, now what will this sucrase do? This sucrase will bind with sucrose molecule. You can see this is the structure of a sucrose molecule. Now tell me, what is
Yes.
sucrose? What is sucrose? Is it a monosaccharide, disaccharide, or polysaccharide?
Sucrose is a disaccharide.
It is a disaccharide. Okay, and why it's a disaccharide?
But we are complex sugar.
Yes. It contains complex.
We all know mono means what? Tell me first. Mono means what?
One.
What?
One.
One single.
And di means
two.
Two.
tri means
Two.
Three.
Chinese three.
tetra means,
More
Four.
than three.
and penta means
Five.
Five.
5. Like this, there is hexa, hepta, octa, okay, deca.
Yes.
So that represents 6, 7, 8, and 9. So right now, if you read from 1 to 5, that will be enough. So monosaccharide means only one glucose molecule is present.
Yes.
The carbohydrate that contains only one glucose molecule, one molecule. So glucose, that is a monosaccharide. Disaccharide means two molecules are present. So here you can see in the structure of sucrose, here you can see how many molecules are present. 1, 2. So it will be called disaccharide.
Disaccharide.
Yes, understand.
Yes, ma'am. Fully
Okay.
understood.
So it's the disaccharide. And when the sucrose molecule and the enzyme molecule will bind it with each other, okay,
It will be a
they will fit
monosaccharide.
with each other structure. So the structure of the active site, you see here, the structure of the active site of the sucrase molecule, this is the structure. This is complementary to the structure of the sucrose molecule. Complementary means it can fit into this structure. You see, it can fit into this structure properly. Yes, it can fit into it or fix into it properly. So this is why it is said that active site is always complementary to the shape of the substrate. So this is the substrate, sucrose, and this is the enzyme, sucrase. And the active site is this site. So this is the complementary site. This is the site of the sucrase that is complementary to the shape of this substrate molecule. Now what will happen? Sucrose will bind to this site. And in this particular reaction, water is needed. So we need to add water. Okay.
H2.
And after adding water, what will water do? Water will speed up the reaction, and it will help to produce glucose and fructose. It will help to produce glucose and fructose. So when sucrose molecule is broken down, when sucrose is broken down by sucrase, what are the products that we get?
Monosaccharide.
Glucose
Monosaccharide.
and fructose.
Glucose.
Glucose and fructose. Both glucose and fructose are monosaccharides. So we are breaking down this disaccharide and we are getting one monosaccharide and one monosaccharide.
We
Okay.
are getting two monosaccharide.
You have learned in the chapter of chemicals or chemical compounds, you have learned about carbohydrates, right?
Yes.
So tell me
ma'am.
what is the formula for glucose?
C6H12O6.
12
C6H12O6.
H12O6.
And for fructose?
That we don't know.
That is also C6H12O6. But their structure is different, right? Here you can see a cyclohexane. Hexane means you can see six arms are here. I have 6 sides
There are
are
5
yes,
sides.
6 arms or 6 sides are there. And this is a cyclopentane. I
Yes.
have told you penta means 5, right?
Five, sir.
Penta means 5. So
Five.
here this structure has 5 sides. This is why it is called cyclopentane. So cyclohexane and cyclopentane. Now, so these two are the monosaccharides. Now, can anyone tell me what is the chemical formula for sucrose?
Sucrose.
This one is disaccharide. C12H22O11. This is for sucrose. Okay. Now, none of you asked me, ma'am, why we add water? Why we need to add water? Because we all know that enzyme, the function of enzyme is to speed up the reaction. So why we need to add water for speeding up this reaction? This question didn't come in your mind. Why we need to add water? Because previously you have seen that the enzyme just combines or fits with the substrate and it breaks down the substrate. But here, one thing we need to do is to add the water. Why we need to add the water?
Break the
Can
product.
anyone guess?
To break the sucrose. To break the sucrose.
Okay, for that, you
Break
need
the
to see the
product.
chemical structure of glucose, fructose, and sucrose. Can you see this page?
Yes.
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very easy.
Here you can see this is the structure of glucose. This is the structure of fructose. Okay, everything is same, quite same. One is cyclohexane, another is cyclopentane. Here you can see, and this is the sucrose. Okay, molecule of sucrose. So when sucrose is broken down into glucose and fructose, you can see exactly here. We need to add an OH molecule, right? Only then it will become glucose. Here you see there is an extra OH molecule that is not present in sucrose. Similarly, in case of fructose also, see everything is present there, but this H molecule is not present here. So this H molecule should come here. Only then when we will break this bond, it will make glucose and it will make fructose. Now, so
Can you
we need,
repeat?
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat?
From last part, can you repeat?
you see this, you see this chemical structure of this sucrose molecule, okay? This part
Yes,
similar to this one glucose and this part is similar to this one fructose. So when we will break this middle bond, then this part will give rise to glucose, this part will give rise to fructose, right?
Yes.
But now what is missing here? You see here
How
in
is
glucose structure an OH molecule is there, which is not present here,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
in fructose structure, one H molecule is present there, which is not present here. So we need extra. So whenever we will break down, the sucrase will break down the sucrose, then we need one extra OH and one extra H molecule to make proper glucose and fructose. So OH plus H That means
O2H.
H2O. And H2O
Oh, yeah,
means water, right?
Water, yes. That's why water is
So
needed. And
that is why
yes,
water is needed.
That's true.
Water is, we need to add water so that
yes.
when the sucrase molecule will break down when the sucrase enzyme will break down the sucrose molecule, it can make glucose and fructose. This is why we need to add water, or else
So
in enzyme
How
activity
much water is needed, ma'am?
we have to
To break
want
down
it.
glucose and
Yes, you will.
fructose.
Yes, for particular, the quantity is very, very specific. It is specific that you are using whenever the reaction is going on, how much the enzyme is reacting with what quantity of the substrate, and it automatically takes up the OH and H molecule from the H2O. Whenever we add H2O,
Hmm.
it makes
Oh,
OH
wait.
and H.
Last stage.
Okay.
Ma'am, this
So
takes
that
from-
H is added, here, and OH is added here, so that they can make glucose and fructose. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Mainly
So this
when
is why water is added in
glucose
this experiment, in this reaction, sorry. So now what is the question? What you will have to do? Number A, describe how sucrase catalyzes the breakdown of sucrose. You should refer to the diagram above in your answer. So this diagram is given to you to help you so that you can write the answer. So start writing the answer. Right. The enzyme sucrase catalyzes the breakdown of. Hopefully we will complete it. So question number B, see, 3 enzymes P, Q and R were extracted from different regions of the alimentary canal of a mammal. So what is the alimentary canal? Who will tell me? Any one of you?
It is start from
Just
mouth
tell me what is
Yes,
alimentary
ma'am.
and it
canal.
will end from
I
anus. I mean, it
It
starts
starts
from mouth and end to anus.
mouth and ends with anus. So the digestive tract, we can say. So that is the alimentary canal of a mammal. The effect of pH on the activity of the enzymes was investigated at 40 degrees centigrade. So tell me, what is the optimum temperature for enzymes in human body?
37 degrees
37
centigrade.
degrees
37.
Celsius.
And plus minus 5, I have told you that can be adjusted. That can be, we can take plus minus 5 value. That means we can also say that at 40 degrees centigrade temperature also the enzyme will work well. But
Yes,
after
ma'am,
40
you
degrees
put that is
centigrade,
40 degrees centigrade.
after 40 degrees centigrade, as the temperature increases, the enzyme will start losing its speed, and after a few more like 55, 60, after that the enzyme will start denaturing.
Yes.
The results are shown in the diagram below. You can see to the x-axis the pH values are written from 1 to 12, and what is the neutral pH value? Tell me.
Neutral to 2, I think. 2.
2.
Okay,
In
now
stomach.
beyond, now
1.5.
below 6, what is that solution? The pH
Acidic
indicates which
solution.
solution?
Acidic.
Acidic. And above 6, the
Acidic.
pH indicates
Basic.
basic solution.
Basic
Now in the
solution.
y-axis,
What? No, we cannot hear you properly.
this one
Ma'am,
indicates
your voice is
the rate
cracking.
of the enzyme activity. Okay, so now this one indicates the rate of the enzyme activity. Okay.
Yes.
Now you can see P, Q and R. The enzymes are P, Q and R that are extracted from different regions of alimentary canal. Now this enzyme P, what is the highest activity of enzyme?
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Highest activity in
No, we cannot hear you properly. Please tell
3
again.
or 2.5? 2.5 or 3 enzyme P, the optimum pH for the enzyme P, that means the pH at which the enzyme P works or acts its best. Okay, so the optimum pH is 2.5 to 3, we can say, right,
Yes.
for P. And the optimum pH for enzyme Q, the optimum pH for enzyme Q is 7.
6 to 7.
And the optimum, yes, 6 to 7 we can say, and optimum pH for R is 9 to 10.
9 to
We can
8.
say 9.5 or something like
9.5.
9 to 10.
9.7.
Okay, 9.5 or 9.6, something like that it will be. So now let's see what is the question here. Explain why the investigation was carried out at 40 degrees centigrade. Why the investigation was carried out at 40 degrees
The optimum
centigrade.
temperature is
Why? You tell
37
me, I have just told you. Because in human body, optimum temperature
Is
with
75 degrees
enzymes
centigrade to
work
40 degrees centigrade. It will work.
37 degrees centigrade. Yes. So this is why temperature that is around 37 degrees centigrade, that is 40 degrees centigrade, is taken for this investigation. And number 2, using information in the diagram above, describe the effects of increasing pH on the rate of activity of enzyme Q. So we will have to describe the enzyme Q. So you can see when the pH, okay, so that means what you're telling, I got it, that you're telling that the optimum temperature inside the human body is 37 degrees centigrade. Maybe in other mammals body it can be different, right? You are telling
Yes, yes.
That only
that. So
Arab.
this is why they have not taken exactly 37 degrees centigrade. So mostly the mammals are warm-blooded animals, right? You know
Yes.
that, and their
Yes,
body
ma'am.
temperature, yes, there may be a little bit difference, but it's almost same. So the optimum temperature for enzymes will also be related. That means that
7
will be
degree to
almost
40
same.
degrees centigrade.
Yeah. This is why I have told you plus minus 5. So from 37 degrees centigrade, we can take minus 5, that is 32 or like that, or we can also take up to plus 5, that is 42. Okay, so from 32 to 42 degrees centigrade, the enzyme will act properly. So this is why 40 degrees centigrade temperature is taken. Now look at enzyme Q. When the pH was 3, that means the solution, if the solution is acidic solution, the enzyme will not work properly. Now as the from pH 3, as the pH value increases, the rate of the enzyme activity also increases, and it becomes the highest, that is the optimum pH is, we can say here 7, pH 7. Now after pH 7 also, as the pH value increases, the rate of enzyme activity decreases, right?
Yes.
It
Yes.
falls. So
False.
the optimum pH for enzyme Q is pH 7. Okay. So we will write these 2 answers tomorrow. So I'm giving
Ma'am,
you 2
B12
3
7.
homeworks today.
Hello,
I have
ma'am.
Yes,
7
7.
is pH 7 is the optimum pH for enzyme Q. Okay. Now
Yes.
to do, I have explained these 2 answers. Okay.
Okay,
You
What
ma'am.
is
write
the
it
homework?
yourself in your home. Tomorrow, this is the homework. These 2 questions, you will have to write it in yourself.
Yes, ma'am, that we can write.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yes,
we
you
can
have
write.
And one
only
extra
explain
homework
on-
is there. What is the name of the bond between 2 what is the name of the bond
can you
between
write
two
in
monosaccharide
white?
molecules? Okay,
Ma'am, can you write in white?
I will write it in the
Yes,
assignment
ma'am.
in the assignment
Bond.
section.
Glycosidic bond.
So write
Search in Google
the
and tell you.
answers. Yes.
Yes. Glycosidic
Write,
bonds.
write the answers of these two questions and find the answer of that question that
Yeah,
your
that
friend has
question
already
we
told the
find.
answer.
Already we find it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Glycosidic
it
bond.
for today, for today's biology class. And see you